In this demo, we're going to take a look at the while loop. A while loop is a non-determinate loop. What that means is we don't necessarily know how many times it's going to continue until it actually runs, because things could change. But let's take a look at this. This is our sample program for loops. We've got a list box where we'll show some results and a command button to make something happen. So remember, we talk about loops. The first thing you need is some sort of loop control variable, something that you will be checking to see if the loop continues. We might as well call it loop control. An integer, let's set it with an initial value of 0. Now our while loop. Now we've got the initial value. In our while statement, we'll have a decision statement that will check the value to see if it meets certain conditions. So we want this loop to go for 10 times. So while loop control is less than 10, remember we're starting at 0, then this loop will continue. So we'll set up our block. We're going to add the value loop control to our list box. List display dot items dot add, and since loop control is an integer, we're going to use toString to convert it to a string before we actually add it to the list box. Now we could run it like this, but what's the problem? The problem is the value of loop control never gets changed, so this loop would run forever because loop control would always be less than 10. So let's fix that. Loop control equals loop control plus 1. Now when we run this, we will see that we hit the do demo button and we get 1 through 9, just as we expect. Now this loop may or may not run. If this value were 1 here, or rather 10, we would see that nothing would happen when we push the do demo button. No matter how many times we pushed it, because loop control is greater than 10, it skips over the whole loop. That's something we need to remember. Okay, that's it for now. Next demo will be the until loop, or the do while